what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Shit Talking Time with your boy Girls and not me, who else? Following up on a little update on this Big Meech 50 Cent situation, which I told y'all was going to heat up. I knew it was, so we going to sit here and let y'all listen to this little clip that I was listening to in Clubhouse. I mean, a lot of times people wonder where I be. Actually be in Clubhouse. You know, I just don't have no picture, none of that shit. I just be one of the niggas sitting there listening and shit. I'm not one of them cats who be looking to sit there and record so I can hear be the first one to put it on there. I just be listening. So when the audio come out online with Wack and them arguing, I'm like, damn, I was sitting right there not saying shit. Just a fly on the wall. But I mean, it'd be good to have the information. But this clip right here is very interesting. You know, shout out to Getty Radio. A lot of times, like, I only really do my homework with a few people. Like I said, I actually do be in Clubhouse. So I listen to the shit, but as far as breaking it up and making content, that's not really my thing. I kind of just talk about it. But Getty get a little bit more deep in detail. But we're gonna take a listen to this clip that sounds real familiar. Some shit I was saying a little while back. Social media asking who was the time to Big Meech by the name of Tammy Cowboys. It is interesting. We're gonna talk into it. Shout out to Wack. Shout out to Bullets. Got it. Let's go. A real homie to a motherfucker. Sometimes you gotta think for him, right? Ross knew what he was doing. Uncle Murder is my man, man. That's my brother. We can take each other up the river today, right? Once me and Murder and Monster put together the play to bring him and Gang back together, and 50 was allowing that to work, it was cool. But I knew what that did was show 50 how close me and Murder really was. When I woke up and 50 win that game for no reason, I knew what that was. So you know what I intentionally do? I give my post some distance because I don't want 50 looking at him no kind of way. I know how he thinks. Now y'all hear that clip right there? Now, to some of y'all cats out here that be in this world and shit, that don't mean nothing to y'all. That didn't resonate like it resonated to me. Now, see, when you be out here in these streets, everybody has mutual friends. You know, I might have a friend that can't stand another nigga that I fuck with. I done been around niggas that wanted to do bodily harm to other niggas. But that way that Wack just explained it, that's exactly how I move. I'm not gonna fuck up my man bag. So like he said, him and Uncle Murder, cool. I never even known it until I heard him say it in Clubhouse. But I never even knew they had a relationship. Like I said, Uncle Murder probably been around the game for a nice little minute, and he be around the street shit too before he's around the game. So it's not really that surprising. But that's Thurl of Wack 100 to sit there and say, I'm not gonna fuck up. Like he knows how 50 Cent is. His artists went head up with him. He went head up with him through way his artists. So he know what to expect and how he think. So why am I gonna pull a Ross move and fuck up Murder Money when that's my man? See, that's what it is. When a nigga really your fucking homie, that's the type thorough shit you do. He could have made a mess and Uncle Murder would have got pushed to the side and we would have never had none of this shit. But he said, no, that's my nigga. He respected that Uncle Murder put himself out there to even try to negotiate the treaty, which he probably did on the strength of him. So as a real nigga, he said, you know what? I see he trying to see if we really how tight we really is. I'ma back off. So he don't think it's no funny shit. All right, back to this. If he even thought he'd look up and I'm on the FaceTime, I'm staying up with me and Murder on the jack, he'd get away from Murder. Anything that he remotely think is playing the 50, he gonna get away from your ass. Quick. Now this situation, I called it. I said, oh, he's gonna go at me, he's gonna disassociate himself. Right? Now this is an easy one to put together. Before Tammy even come out, we gotta ask ourselves, what would make a nigga that been operating doing this bullshit for decades and decades turn on it. Let me see if y'all can figure this out. This is it. That nigga got out and promoted back to Lil Meech mom. This is nigga in this bitch been out here running the field. Listen, who you think?
Now, I'm gonna share my piece on that one. Now with that thing right there, it's like, okay, that's expected. Am I surprised? No. A lot of times, like I said, even Wack should have put that out there. It's like when you in this industry, you carry a narrative. So for me, it ain't like he can go call a connect and get some birds swinging again and then he back to being him. No, he had to think of another way to eat. So let's just think about it. In the interview tour, the ending of the story, the end of the rainbow, do you rather hear him with this rat bitch, or do you rather hear him with his back with his family, who everybody joined the love throughout watching them weekly and be seeing his son and them interact? Now, for me, I actually know Meech's mom from all the documentaries because she was in every one of them. See what I'm saying? So why would I not think? And I promise, I swear they was in the documentary identifying her as his wife. I mean, might be wrong, might be not, but why would that be so surprising for him to come back and parole to his wife? I mean, to be honest, I'm still confused. Why didn't he give controlling interest of his life and his story to her? That was a little strange. Also, I wonder, by him coming back out of jail, does he get back controlling interest of his story, or does she still get to collect off of her story? Does he get paid off the residual reruns of BMF, or does she get paid? Because I know a couple people that got burnt in this type scenario because, like Blue Da Vinci said, for all y'all dumbasses out there talking about why did he sign anything over? I would have did, because your broke ass ain't got nothing to sign over to nobody. But when you go to jail, you lose what they call the right of DB, doing business. So no, you cannot sit in jail and conduct multi-million-dollar deals sitting in jail. Don't get it fucked up. Them cats that y'all be seeing that do it, family did it. Wives, kids, brothers, they sign the rights over to them and they go sit at the table with these people that make up these stories and documentaries. I hope y'all really don't think these niggas is allowed to make all these moves in jail. So for all y'all saying he was stupid, he wasn't stupid. I mean, I would like to know the reason why didn't he just get the rights to Meech mom? I don't know. Hopefully that's a question that he'll answer, because that is $1 million question. Why did he give rights to her? Next $1 million question is going to be, did you tell her to do that? I'm getting a lot of niggas in the streets talking about, oh, bro, man, I don't give a fuck what they got to do with him. He probably didn't know the bitch was doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna throw you a theory. So I consider myself as a boss. I always did. Though nothing like that would have went around without me knowing. Because if it did, I'm not a boss. That mean that somebody that close to you is independently moving without you knowing. She's going to court. She's cooperating. None of these investigators are coming to talk to you to corroborate the story. Everybody just going off of what she say. So it's somewhere down the line he got to answer some questions for me in the world. He has to answer some questions, bro, because it's a lot that don't add up. As far as the 50 Cent question, I answered that in my last video and I answer it again. 50 Cent is not an ex kingpin. 50 Cent is not out making money off of being an ex kingpin. 50 Cent was what he was 30 years ago. 50 Cent has been a rapper, entertainer, actor, and businessman. He can deal with whoever he wants. Whoever. Because honestly, he's a civilian. That man walks around with security. He don't walk around with armed niggas from the hood. He don't even walk around with no gun of his own. He walk around with security. Cats that's paid to secure people and make sure they're safe. That's what professionals get. So don't ever let that line get misconstrued. When the last time you seen 50 Cent run around punching on a nigga in the store? Y'all get that confused with these niggas rough exterior and think they still carry themselves like they did in the streets. They don't. So in the business world, that man is a civilian. He's not a gangster in the business world. That's why he's able to make all these moves and open these doors because he's a businessman. Mark Cuban and these basketball teams ain't doing no business with no fucking gangster. Pay attention, man. Y'all people be ignorant, bro. But open your fucking eyes. And let's finish listening to the rest of what this video talking about.
Tammy called. Remember her and 50 business partners. She the one control the pen. She got the power from this nigga. You know how she been working the third party cooperation. Who you think she called? I can't believe it. Maybe don't worry about it. I'm gonna keep you in play. Cause now the POA could go away. He home now. He can try to take control. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna make sure you gonna play my word to that. Don't trip. What you need to do is put some safety on yourself. Now, 50 you go against this bitch who been holding these secrets, who been holding you down. You will go against anybody. 50 one of them niggas like I am. It's a whole lot of niggas I got information right now. I don't say nothing.
All right, gotta stop that. Once again, I agree with him. See, the problem is Big Meech. I feel it's a possibility. Like I said, we don't know until it comes out. And please make sure we keep that in mind. This platform is pure speculation. We don't know shit until it come out or till the truth roll out and we re-report. But what people got to realize, I think, like Meech underestimated 50, if anything. This was a nigga that was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. This is a nigga that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars now. So I don't know. I really think it's a power trip. It's a power play. I wouldn't even be surprised if y'all heard some weird stories that Big Meech had an alliance with Preem and he did this shit on purpose. Like, just be surprised, man. The shit that they cook up for content is just utterly ridiculous. But let's finish the rest of this because you see they answer questions as I'm saying. Because I wonder who keeps the power of attorney. You know I was a power of attorney. My mom, she was arrested. She came home and disappeared. So that's why I'm like, I figured something like that. But I'm like, how long do she get to eat off of what she already established? Do she only get to eat as long as she got the POA, or do she continue to eat after the POA disappeared? That's what I'm trying to figure out how, because she still stay in play. And ain't none of this shit.
Until you make me say something. Just because I got it don't mean I'm going to use it. If you cool, I'm cool. You get your ass out of line, I'm going to expose your ass. I'm going to fire your ass up immediately. So think about it. And no way he could be responding in this way. If Meech was in control of the bitch, he wouldn't show his hand. This shit already done. So what he's doing is, that's all. So what he's doing is, right, everybody on Clubhouse is chatty patty. I'm definitely a chatty patty on Clubhouse. That's what I do, chat. Actually, I'm on the floor. A lot of the chatters are down there in the chat. So, what 50 doing right now, bro, in his head, he made BMF relevant. He made it relevant to the world in his head. He gonna claim that. Y'all know what it was before, but it's over with. He was in jail. His son was just running around here fake rapping. Nigga, I brought it back. So what 50 about to do, get his last back.
Now, see what I said? Power trip. Because I'm not going to rightfully say that 50 Cent made BMF. I have been watching BMF documentaries before BMF was arrested. See what I'm saying? I've been watching these little DVDs. They was on Smack DVDs back in the day, if niggas really remember. Might even been Smack VHSs, but I'm not going to sit there and say that he did that. Don't get me wrong. He gave BMF a positive outlook in the household. But we ain't gonna do that. I knew who Meech was since day one. I knew about BMF. You know, I always been in a tune. If y'all listen to my other videos, it was like 15 years of my life I only watched Street Jones. You know, the Barksdales, the God Fishers, the list go, Nicky Barr, all them type stories. I was heavy into that shit. So as BMF started bubbling, I'm just watching them on the side. I'm like, how the fuck who the fuck are these niggas on the Smack DVD? And then I start catching wind of other little songs and shit that was popping up because I was around in the Bear Share days and Napster and shit like that. So you get a lot of music that you don't know who it is. You might download Coolio and get back Fulio. But you like, damn, Fulio snapping. And then that's how you discover new people. So I was getting some of the BMF music through that way. And a few other things, magazines and shit. They was in some magazines stuff back in the day. And then I started to see them around in videos and shit, backgrounds of people videos. And I was a vicious uncut dude. So I used to stay up late at night and watch BET Uncut to see the newest videos because I got tired of watching that old shit. So I wanted to see the new up and comers from the other states. And that's how I stumbled upon BMF. Um, but that's why I was kind of surprised when they did a show because the documentary, the street side of whatever they did since they checked in, was all on the internet. I done probably seen like 15 different BMF documentaries. Time, progress, on and on. They had documentaries before them niggas case barely even fucking finished. And then they had like another 3 or 4 rolling out. But I know for a fact the people because that's why I'm saying Meech mom was in a lot of them documentaries speaking for him or speaking on the BMF situation. So it's really not surprising. I don't even remember Tammy being in one. If anything, I seen Meech mom and I can't remember the little bony brown skin chick was like his assistant or some shit like that. But nah, he really didn't put a lot of people out in the light of that shit. And I think if I'm correct, some more of the women of BMF was still locked the fuck up back when the documentaries was getting made, so they couldn't really share no light on it anyway. But let's finish and see what he got to say.
And burn that motherfucker down. He already got his money. He ain't got his money up all the shit he done did with it already. Now I'm gonna burn it down, discredit it, so you can't. So in the last season, she's gonna make that shit ain't gonna work. In the last season, it ain't gonna work. Let me explain something to you. Tammy Cowan is the third party cooperator. Nobody. You can't now bring and say, "Oh, he a rat." You was working with him. We don't want to hear it. Fifty never worked with him. 50 never worked with him.
Now, before we play that part, this is what part that made me shoot this video. Cause see, believe it or not, man, me and my homies talk about these topics all the time. A lot of the viral topics, that's all we be rapping about. They be stoop talk, but our stoop talk be pointing. Like I told my homie today, he said, how is 50 Cent gonna save face after he did business with a rat? Okay, let's put this out there. I'm sorry, big homie, but Wack 100 and Takashi, that's doing business with a rat. 50 and Meech is not doing business with a rat. If y'all remember during the times of BMF, I think Terry came to table readings to tell his side of the story. Terry ain't telling nobody. I had a direct relationship with his son, invested into his career, making him Meech. I had dealings with him. But, but, he had dealings with Tammy. And the only way that could be okay is if it's back to what I told y'all before. He's a civilian and a businessman and an entrepreneur. He is not 50 Cent Boo Boo the gangster no more. So either way it can be played. But if anybody want to keep playing that card that he did direct business with Meech, and I'm gonna tell you the funny thing about street shit too. Tammy can tell all she want. Tammy ain't no gangster. I ain't never heard about Tammy moving no birds or shooting nobody. So that woman was a civilian. She can tell all she want. That's the beautiful thing. I mean, that's the thing that people forget when it comes to that telling shit. Y'all welcome civilians in the street shit. Blue and them brought that civilian into this life. That don't mean she did about this life. That's why she ain't go to fuck the jail when they went to jail. That was a civilian doing what civilians do. The only person that was wrong in that equation was Meech if he knew what she was doing. And he's already wrong because there's no way in hell that she should have known that story dealing with the bull to even go take the story back. So you told her the story. So once again, like my homie said, is he guilty for pillow talking or he's guilty for snitching? Both. One, you was an interesting dude with all that money. It's a bunch of stories you could have fed this woman outside of something that sounds like a story that will be guaranteed to help you come home. That's where it gets me shaky. And it feel bad to be $100 million, multi-million, hundreds of $1 million. I need to have a paperwork party because for that reason, it's too many questions that need to be answered, and anybody could think of a creative answer. I got a bunch of creative answers for him in my head that I hope he don't try to use. I might just make a video for y'all just so y'all be like, yo, fuck out of here. Just to show y'all how I know how weirdos think when they got their back against the wall. Because I really think that he fucked up. I'm sorry. My man already said, hey, maybe the bitch told. The bitch told what? Something she witnessed? Something Cuffy told her? What'd she tell? Oh, some shit that he shared with her. Come on, bro. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Y'all can spin it however y'all want to spin it. But I know the world spin things because they want to continue hanging from nuts. At the end of the day, like I said, to me, it hurts. Like hurts. Like a knife stabbing me hurt because I was an honorary BMF nigga. See what I'm saying? I've been running around screaming these niggas stories, telling all that shit throughout the time. I ain't had no malice towards them niggas. Only thing I had, but sorry to say, and I'm sorry, man. Real is real, man. Blue, you stink. All I said was blue come rap. That's all I ever said. But as far as them niggas, I fuck with them because how they took care of each other and shit like that. But then we fast forward on, and it's like all that honor with y'all guys fall apart because I respected him because the way he took care of everybody under him. And then fast forward on, don't nobody under him fuck with him. They going at him. He going at like, damn, was y'all really as sturdy as the world thought y'all was? The way y'all falling apart. And then the leadership right now, because I feel bad. Ain't nobody saying it. I mean, we only talking for conversation, but nobody understands the leadership. The only solid nigga is the leadership is Terry. Remember, Terry didn't tell on nobody. He just couldn't keep his fucking ass off the phone. I watched the documentaries. He just couldn't stay off that goddamn phone. But he did I sense to his time. He did his time and he came home. So to me, Terry is the rightful boss subsidiary of BMF. I don't look at it that nobody's other than Terry's, and I'm gonna push this narrative myself because I know nobody wants to do it. But we gonna call a spade a spade. Terry is the boss of BMF to me because Terry ain't telling nobody and he came home the right way. Even if this meat shit pans out, which I'm sorry to say, I done been through shit myself. It's like a fucking slim chance this will pan out. It had to be a lot of fake paperwork, a lot of lies, and you had to get government officials to come in here and say they lying for this nigga. So I'm gonna say it's a very 1 in a million. So let's go ahead and crown where it's supposed to be. I'm not can't tell you about the 50 thing because he already burnt this bridge with 50. But it's still the simple fact of the empire is the empire. And when one boss falls, the next boss rises, if I'm correct. He removed himself. Yeah, in my eyes, he removed himself through action. See what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But we're gonna listen to a little bit more of this real quick. Because y'all see these points is coming right in, and this is my first time listening. I didn't listen to it.
If you work with Tammy.
Yes, you can't bring information out. Oh, now here, right? You was with him, so you
He work with Tammy. Tammy has the life right because this good signed them over to her, bro, because she was doing all the third-party line niggas up trying to get him out of jail early shit. It just didn't work because she fucked the federal agent, right? I got to work on all that. I got to work with his name on it every day, right? So what you talking about? When that lady is a lady. That's not a gang member. Duffy's the one who put it out. She's not a gang member. Right? But nobody's gonna care about when she sits down and says, yes, that was my man, and yes, he directed me to do this, do this. I signed up for third-party cooperation. We can get him a time reduction. Boom, 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 boom. IMCI number whoop-de-whoop, as stipulated right here. She got all her shit. Ain't nobody gonna look at her no kind of way. They gonna look at him. Hey, yo, but Wack, I'm gonna just say this, right, Wack? I hate to say it, Wack, and I feel like Wack was the Wack, man. 50 did do business with Ted, though, man. Like, oh, what's wrong with that? I thought all no time is a third party cooperative. That's no. He didn't do no street shit or whatever. No, he didn't. Hey, bro, listen. Yeah, but 50 said he got morals. He don't do our business. The streets, though, hey, bro. Morals ain't got nothing to do with legal business. And do when he says he don't do business. Man, you gonna say you don't deal with
broke ass niggas. That's how broke niggas think.
Now you wanna expose him as a rat. He said it himself. He did do business with rats. He said it before. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. Ain't he doing something with the Flores twins, though? That's the point. He's a liar like everyone else. Yeah, now niggas wanna, he a rat. He a rat. Listen, you was with them. We don't want to say all that. So let's just say, just like you, a bitch ass nigga. That don't take away from that woman stamping. Yes. Yeah, we didn't have to get her stamped. You know why? Because Cuffy stamped it. Fuck her. Cuffy stamped it. No, yes you do. Because Cuffy ain't hurt. It don't matter. We ain't taking no rat. We got the paper. Everybody fighting Cuffy. He a rat. Bro, I talk to Cuffy every 2 weeks. His daughter, I've been helping him on it. They're gonna. No, I understand that. Out, when he said it, people were trying to blow. You're 100% right. No one's saying that. But the point is, I'm a real nigga. I didn't have to hear from no one, but his but you don't. And once the paperwork showed, let me explain something. Everything was mandatory. You don't have the platform that man has, and when he turned that camera on that woman, it's game no. Absolutely, they're gonna write it in the last year. You know, the last season, Meech was the rat. He cooperated with us. No. He's going to do an exclusive on this woman as her. I think you missing the boat, my nigga. Take note. Man, that boat got holes in it. Huh? Man, that's a fact. That shit ain't gonna work. Sick and shit. Y'all shout at me from New York. I'm gonna get to New York and start do that. Everyone already knows she's a rat. Why y'all act like everybody don't love a rat story? Frank Lucas? That's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to write it inside the show to make it really get. No, they don't. Yeah. All they gotta do is sit that lady as who she is in front of that camera and let her know I'm whoopty-whoopty-whoop. This is who I am. I'm the CI number this right here, and these documents I was instructed by.
That's it. We're gonna leave that there because the rest of it is a lot of the information that I shared in the last one. Because I tell you, broke niggas think different. They don't see the vision where they gotta play. See, even for 50 to expose or go at it with him, he's gonna make some paper along the way. For my time that I wasted or my money or energy that I put into you and your projects, he gonna make some money. So that's definitely one. There's definitely one. Yeah, because that's a lot of stuff I had already said because, you know, some people get goofy and they try to find, you know, lines in the sand and sit there and draw and play with just to have conversation. That's not how it goes. Everything you heard me say before it even played, that's why I kind of find the videos and then I talk and then I listen because I understand real, recognize real. And nigga, anybody with a half a brain gonna say the same thing I say. It's just to show y'all somebody with that big of a platform says word for word what I said as far as how things go, who's going to be reflected, and so on and so forth. And it's just like the same thing that people got to understand when a person walks into your office, and we gonna leave on this one because all these street niggas always got all these 1,000,001 questions and back doors and alleys. If you have an office and these guys walk into your office and they present to you an idea and you say, okay, fine, let's do the paperwork. I mean, they doing a background, but they just doing a background to make sure you're not no pedophile, no murderer, nobody on the run. But as far as when it comes to that street shit, that's not up for conversation. That's the reason how y'all get so many rats and shit out here to be able to try to make money or even get in the game. Because there's no area on there for that. It's a background, but not that kind of background. So fast forward on the minute where 50 Cent stopped becoming boo boo, buying drugs, selling drugs, toting guns, which has been over 20 plus years, he does not become a street nigga. He's a civilian. He's an entertainer, businessman. At that point, you can deal with whoever you want. Now, as far as your career and how the street niggas is going to look at you, a lot of them is going to look at you exactly what I'm saying because he's not a street nigga. Now, if this was Dirt doing this, or one of them rappers who proclaim that shit day in and day out, they still active and all that goofy shit, that's a different story, but he doesn't. See what I'm saying? Like, for instance, as powerful as he is, you don't think that he knew what was coming with 6ix9ine, but he still did work with 6ix9ine. See what I'm saying? It's in New York. He knew something. See what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And I mean, some people have to open their eyes up and just stop thinking so negative, and sometimes keep your mind out the streets and keep your mind where it matters, on your fucking head, nigga. Because the streets isn't really what make money. I hope y'all guys really don't think that this is what the holy grail of it. And this is the reason why he's 100% correct by telling y'all that the only person that's gonna take backlash from this is Big Meech. He's gonna fuck around and be casted out, and yeah, not really. I have him moving because like to me, like I said, just the way it's moving, it's just kind of strange. But I just need people to have a proper thought and not thinking like a child or shit like that, because these ain't gangsters and street niggas that got these products on the shelves that y'all buying. YouTube ain't gangsters and street niggas, but y'all sit your ass on it all day long. Probably telling a nigga with the blink of a fucking eye. So y'all gotta stop that shit and stop being so ignorant. This situation goes the same way. Just like when somebody says, "Oh, how long 50 knew before he know before he did business with you?" I don't fucking know. It don't matter. That's it. Once again, y'all keep trying to bring street problems into civilian life. No, nigga, the only street person is the people who's in it that's telling, or the ones that been to jail. The civilians who set up the money for them don't make street niggas. And y'all got to learn to pick the difference between that line, man. It ain't saving nobody. It's just the way the world is. The same world that we live in, where rats can get online and talk crazy to people. It's a new day and age, man. And y'all just got to really understand that shit that we live in. How the situation gonna turn out, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, his son made some money. His family made some money. I'm not gonna say the rights to his movie is dead in the water. Like Bull said, you heard Bull say everybody loves a rat story. Just depends how you package your rap it and who plays the person. Um, it's just a little strange though, because I mean the thing that people gotta understand with this one too, it is a lot of people out here in this world that wants to say fuck you to 50 Cent. So I'm not going put in the elements that he's dead to the water, because it's not somebody pick him up and help him continue to move just to say fuck 50. So don't be surprised. I mean, he's probably not dead in the water. Or alternative theory is, you know, his son of them got a little money. Maybe they going to try to invest a legal way and make some money. I mean, you see, during the documentary, they come from their dad. He was a businessman. They run a little cab service, so they know how to do things legally. I mean, they had legal businesses when they was moving shit. So maybe he might just take that blueprint and go back to that with the money that he got. People say he want to be in music. The route that he's going, I don't know how that's going to go in music. But like I said, all we can do is stay tuned, but it's not over. I think somebody thought, so that shit gonna be overnight. No, it's not. It's too big. And you gotta remember, Meech has an ego. See what I'm saying? 50 has the money he had. Now, in his mind, I'm still that nigga who had that money. Remember that. So, and I mean, when you think you got it like that, he probably feel he can get it again. He got it on his own. He probably feel he can do it again on his own. I don't know. But I just can't wait till he finally speak out for himself and stop us from sitting here making all the speculations and answering all the questions for him, because it's just really generating bullshit content and just wasting time waiting for him to break his silence. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for checking out another episode of Shit Talking Time with your boy Grubs and not me, who else. If y'all haven't already subscribed, man, just go ahead. Don't cost y'all shit. Y'all see I be on this joint talking shit. I don't even care, man. You know, share, like, you can even comment, because I know a lot of people be having their point of views and things like that. It's just that, like I tell people all the time, everybody's going to sit back and say, oh, I always say the same thing. Because a lot of people feel the same way about a scenario, man. And that's how you end up on platforms like this. You know, sharing your scenarios and how you feel. That's all I do. I could be 100% wrong. I could be corrected. I'm humble enough to say I was wrong. I'm humble enough to be corrected too. That's what a lot of these cats don't do, and that's what makes everything I do unique. But on this situation, I feel as though I am qualified, and I done seen enough, you know, fuck content. I done seen enough about the situation before content was even had a word content. It was just posters. See what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see how this is gonna play out and what direction is it gonna go. Um, it's more than one way to skin a cat. I would like to see which way, which way he decides to try to spin it. Just a lot of things swirling in my mind dealing with this. Really kind of ready for them to break their silence and just come on, move on with it. But you know, that's what we here for, man, to watch the drama. And as always, you know, we'll watch it unfold. And I'll see y'all next time. Something else come up.